Hello, welcome everyone. Mr. Frederick, the good word. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon where you are in the world. All right, guys, I have a good one for you this week. Starting this week, I've been taking a couple of days off, a little rusty, but sometimes you need a little time off, guys. So, let me get right into it, guys. What we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you, family. Simple as that. That's right, I said it. They can't grow with you, they can't go with you. Simple. Everyone's not going to last forever, family. Nothing lasts forever. But when you're in your moment, you want to be in your moment that matters to you, that's maximizing whatever you are at that point in your life. And you don't know how long you have, but make the most of it while you're here. So don't let people stunt you. Don't let people hold you back. They can't grow with you. They can't go with you, unfortunately. We're not standing for disrespect. We're not standing for individuals not valuing us. We're not standing for lies, deceit, deception, just overall malicious, evil works towards us. We're not having that, family. Life is too short. We want love. We want peace. We want joy and happiness. We're going to run into enough obstacles without doing anything in order to have people there that's going to purposely try to stunt our growth and hold us back and mean misery for us. We're not having that, family. Not 2025 and nothing going forward, okay? If you had it at one time, so be it. It's over, dead and gone. Now's the new. Operate on the new and the now. It's all you have. Okay, family, so understand that God does not give you perfection. He gives you blessings and lessons, but he don't give you perfection. So you don't know how those blessings and lessons are going to come. That's why you have to be open to his guidance, open to his will, and you make your decisions based on your discernment that you pray for. But I want to say, when you're improving your life, family, as a life coach, I can tell you I've been there in one way or the other, and I know all of you guys have, where you're just not in a good place. It's inevitable. I don't care how high you go, you're going to fall someday. Sometime it's going to be something that doesn't go the way you want it to. It's going to devastate you. Going to really put you in a dark place. Now, whether you go to that place and stay in that place, that's on you. But you're going to experience dark times, family. And it's up to you to appreciate the good times. Just like you got to deal with the bad, you got to accept the good. Okay, and a lot of us get in the habit of just expecting bad all the time. No, expect good, hope for good, and deal with the bad. Be prepared for it, okay? Because life goes like this. But you need to be like this. That's what I'm teaching as a life coach. You need to be as much like this as possible. It's going to be hard, but try. Keep that vibration high with your foods, with your exercise, with your people you're around, places you go, things you do. That's how you do it. And always keep God first. That's the main number one thing you got to do. Never, ever, ever put anything before the Lord. Okay? And then everything else, how's it say, Matthew 6:33. Let me say it right from the book, as I was told to do. Sometimes you got to listen, okay? Okay, sometimes you got to listen, because God speaks through people a lot of times. So what does Matthew 6, let's see, 33. Okay. It says, I hate how this does this all the time. Gives you I want to get the exact version. I don't like getting okay. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Amen. So that's why he's first, family. I wanted to get that right. And also I wanted to put in, while I'm here, Luke 9:6-2. That's an important one. Okay, this is when I believe the individual wanted to go back to bury his father. Jesus said to him, Let's see here. Continues. This is, let's see here. No one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God. Amen. So those are things you got to remember. That's why you don't look back, family. I want to get those verses right because we don't want to mess that up. That's the Lord's word. And also remember here that when you're growing, it's going to be a process. It's going to be uncomfortable. You might go through some isolation, some revelations, things going to be revealed to you, some reflection, some education. All of these things are part of the process of growth, family. It's okay. You go through it, but you'll get through it. That's how you become better. And you got to remember that when you're growing, it's going to be a selection time. And you're going to shred a lot of things about yourself, mask. It's going to shed a lot of masks on other people. The revelation, a lot of things are going to be revealed to you. God's going to talk to you. He can get that alone time with you through isolation. And growth doesn't come with everyone, family. Remember that. Everyone can't go with you when you grow. Because you have some people that were there for that season. Some people don't want to be there. Some people want to be there and delay you, be a blessing blocker, disrespect you, mistreat you, because they're agents of the enemy. They're agents of the adversary. And they're working actively against you. They're only in your life to disrupt you. They don't want the best for you. They'll tell you wrong information. They'll guide you the wrong way. And they don't even know it sometimes, but sometimes they do. But that's where everyone cannot go with you. Okay? So also remember, it requires you to make some hard decisions, about the people, place, and things you do. You got to make these hard decisions. No way around it. Being idle, being on the fence, oscillating between good and bad, which one you want to entertain, that doesn't work, family. You got to remember, you got to remember that if you do not make clear decisions, you're going to get anything that you allow. That's just how it goes. If you don't stand up and be a stand-up person and make solid decisions and stand by them, what's going to happen? If you don't see individuals that really want to be in your life and help you and love you and treat you right, you got to let them go. You got to let them go. That's all I know. That's all I know, family. If you want right, you can't hold on to wrong. It doesn't work. Okay, so also remember that, it takes really, you learn what you will accept about people. Okay, you will learn as you're growing. Okay, this right here, I can't really deal with this. I can't really deal with that. Okay, I might be able to deal with that. I ain't crazy about it, but I could deal with that. That's a little more along my lines of who I am. Decisions represent you at some point, and you will decide as you're growing. So that fact is why everyone can't go with you, because when you're growing, just by the nature of growth, you're changing. So as you're changing, how in the world, if I'm growing from 5'1" to 6'3" within 4 or 5 years as an adolescent, how in the world can I wear the same socks? I can't. I got to change them. I got to change those socks no matter what. So you got to remember that things about you are going to change and things aren't going to fit with you any longer. And individuals that don't want to be there, don't want to act right, they got to go. And maybe they can come back later, who knows? Really not your problem. Because if they're not making an effort, you never should be the only one making an effort. Remember that. 2. Takes 2 to make anything happen, not 1. So also remember that along this journey, family, when you face these obstacles, when you're trying to grow, when you're trying to ascend, you're not always going to be where you want to be. You're going to be in some times when you're not doing all the things you want to do. You might not be the weight you want to be. You might not have the job you want to have. You might not have the relationship you want to have. You might not have anything going the way you want it. But guess what? Good news is that can change. Start from where you are. You don't have to say, oh, when I get this, I'm going to act like this. When I get this, I'm going to love myself. When I get this, I'm going to watch what I eat. When I get this, I'm going to try for that new job. No. Start from where you are, because you are star where you are. Okay? You are already a star. Okay? It's just like, look at Hollywood, family. Look at famous people. Look at singers. Look at whoever you admire, athletes. Whoever you think is so great and so wonderful, they came in the world just like you did. Okay? Came through just like you did. And at one point, they were not known. And then guess what happened? Over time, we discovered them. We, as the masses, as the community, as a collective, we discovered these stars. Something about these people in the right time, at the right place, with the right opportunity. And we all said, wow, look at her, look at him. That's a star. That's you. It doesn't matter if they found it, said, look at her and look at him yet. Guess who found it first? First God, then you. You see the star in you. And that star is going to grow. Okay, it's going to grow, family. You know it. It's going to grow. And as it grows, you have to understand that you cannot have everyone with you if you want to grow. Some people are just going to be a black hole to your star. Some people are going to take that star and throw a rope around it and reel it on in, just because they don't want you to shine. They don't want you to brighten up the sky. But you're not having that. No, you're not. Because reality is, family, is that if the shoe was on the other foot and they had the opportunity, you wouldn't do that to them. You might applaud them. You might say, yay, man, you're giving me inspiration. I believe I can do it now. Love you. Yes, keep doing it. Get more. But they're not doing that to you, family. So when you get somebody that does that to you, don't ever accept it. Don't ever write it off. Don't ever bargain with yourself. Oh, well, they had a bad childhood. Oh, well, you know, I need to be this. I need to shrink myself to make them feel good in order. I'm moving too fast. Maybe I'm getting too big. Maybe I'm too arrogant. Maybe, no, you're not. Really, in honesty, if God put it in you to go further, to grow, to show your talents, to glorify Him, you need to do more. You need to do more. And they need to change. They need to be able to accept and deal with your growth and adjust and be able to assist you, aspire you, look up to you, help. You know, if they can't do that, they can't go. You don't owe anyone anything, family. You don't need anybody holding you back. You got over your things just like they need to do. You face your demons. You were able to beat those obstacles. You were able to overcome poverty. You were able to overcome abuse. You were able to overcome being rejected. You were able to overcome being lied on. You were able to overcome so many things that these individuals have not even faced or begun to face. So what do? They project upon you. They project upon you what they have inside. And it's nothing you can do about that. They have to make the active decision like you had to. And you have to understand that. They have to make that decision. That's not your job. Your energy is to focus on you and grow. And never let none hold you back. Keep your chin up and make sure you know that you are a star. And you will not be stopped. Guess why? Because God lets you know that you got to do it that way. That's why He said don't look back. He didn't say don't look back because you stand there. He said your hand to the plow. So just by that, you moving. So you don't hold yourself back by putting people around you that don't want you there and they are full of lack. That's them, that they have to discover that inside them. Okay, and it's not for you to wait on them. It's not for you to cater to them. It's not for you to do anything to self-sabotage yourself, as a lot of these dysfunctional families and friends do. They want you to basically sabotage yourself. Envy. It's like the story they talk about with how's it go? The king had a stingy man, the most stingy man in the kingdom, and the king had the most envious man in the kingdom. And he invited him in. And he said, I'm going to give you anything you ask for, but he gets twice what you get. The stingy man said, the stingiest man in the kingdom thought about it. What do I do? I don't want nothing. I don't want nobody to get nothing. Stingy. The envious man said, let me get this straight, King. Twice, whatever? Twice? You mean twice? He's going to get twice whatever I get. King said, yes. The envious man said, take my eye out. Remember that. Envious person will hurt themselves in order to hurt you. So you can't take that with you. Pray for them. That's all you could do. And you step into your role and do what you do, family. And remember that. Don't let nothing hold you back, because you are not full of lack. Okay? And you don't want to be around that energy. You want to be thinking of an abundance mindset. God says he gives abundance, okay? Enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. God gives love in abundance. Okay, so understand that you have an abundant mindset. You have an abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of power, energy. You have an abundance. You are not in lack. If you let go of someone that's in lack, it's like ascending. So bad, they have to find their answer. Maybe they could look at you as an example if they're being guided by the Lord and you're following the Lord. If not, family, you can't make them. You got to let them do it on their own. And they can't do it, so be it. But your growth is for you and the individuals that can go along with you. And understand that. And also remember, God don't give you perfection. He gives you lessons and blessings, not perfection. All right, family, remember, love what you do and do what you love. Peace.